feel like we should have just recorded this whole conversation.
I mean, I don't have another one. I was just thinking, like, if I had your camera there, my camera here,
Both, yeah, that would be nice.
we can still do that. I mean, we can make it happen, but like, I'd have to just put it on my gimbal and then just.
It's up to you if you want to try. Hello, testing.
Tight. All right.
What's up?
What's good?
It's the randomest shit ever.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right. For those that don't know, we are at Coffee Republic, and we decided to just meet up, talk. We were gonna film stuff today, but the weather's super shitty.
Yeah, we were gonna go out and like try to find people.
Yeah, and just like riff. But yeah, I guess this is riffing too. We just set up 3 cameras.
Yeah.
And
In a coffee shop.
in a coffee shop.
Podcast on the go.
What coffee did you get?
I got a pour over, medium roast,
Nice. I got a peppermint mocha.
peppermint.
Peppermint. You like peppermint? Are you mint chocolate?
No. I like yeah, I like mint chocolate.
Okay, that's good.
Peppermint's like the peppermint patties.
Yeah. You don't like those?
No, they're a little weird. Closest thing to that I'll do is a thin mint.
Okay.
Yeah, thin mint and mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Yeah.
But it has to be from Baskin Robbins.
But yeah, we were just talking about random shit. Like creative shit.
Yeah. Our paths.
Paths. What we do, what we like doing, where we're going. But yeah, I was like, let's start recording, I guess. And I wanted to test out my camera.
Yeah, new camera, new gear is always fun.
Yeah. So I'm really excited. This is like the first time in a while that I bought like a camera. Last time I bought a camera was like 5 years ago. So I was like,
Oh wow, and you've been using that ever since?
well, iPhone 2. I guess that's the second newest camera.
Oh yeah,
but,
that's true. That's true.
Dude, iPhone cameras are so good.
Yeah. No, that's why I upgrade every year.
Okay.
It's like typically for the camera. I mean, I never look into like the tech specs of it too much, but they're always like new, improved, best camera. I'm like, yeah, I need to have it, dude.
Yeah.
3 lenses.
No, it's funny because like probably like two years ago, I'd be like, oh, I need the new iPhone, like best camera or whatever.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't use my iPhone that much because the audio wasn't that great. Like I didn't really like the audio. And I was like, okay, for video, like I'm gonna use my DSLR or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you'll get better.
They improved a lot on the audio though.
They did.
Yeah.
And plus I got wireless mics now that we're using.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, oh, I can use my iPhone now. But yeah, I still wanted to get the new camera. It's pretty cool. Bilal's using the same camera too, but better lens. So.
Different lens. Better is
You don't think it's better?
subjective. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
It's got a nice f-stop.
Yeah. I don't know why this became like a podcast. I was hoping this would be like more of a just talk.
A vlog.
Yeah, like a little vlog talk session. But I guess whenever the camera's rolling,
we always got to do the most.
It becomes like that too.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's cool. We secured a nice seat here.
yeah, we were sitting over there.
On like 2 chairs, and then
chairs.
this was empty.
Yeah. So hopefully it's nice. Wait, can you take a picture of what it looks like? This is hilarious.
This is funny. A little podcast studio on the go.
Yeah, a little podcast. What I like about this is like we don't need the bulky microphones. Like we don't need to set up everything like with these. Hopefully it sounds good.
Yeah, you don't need the mic arm. The mics arm, they're cool though when you're in like that same setting over and over.
Setting? Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely cool to have those.
Yeah.
And it like, especially if you have like guests and stuff, it draws them into like the whole production.
Yeah, 100%.
Makes it feel like, you know, they're in the studio and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Versus something like this, like we'd be, people would be tripping out if we had like mic stands.
Yeah, like,
imagine coming here with like setting up like this giant mic arm. Like people would be like, what the hell is going on right now?
Joe Rogan looking ass.
Start wheeling in cases of equipment, setting up studio lights.
No, this is a nice spot. I mean, I used to come here like years ago, get coffee or whatever. This is really nice. You said your friend used to own this?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember when they opened it, but I came a few times. My brother and his wife really liked it. They would come like on the weekends, in the morning and stuff. But I think they sold it like either right before the pandemic or during. I can't recall.
Okay.
But I mean, new owners, like, yeah, it's still a legit spot. Coffee is good.
Yeah.
They have a ton of pastries.
Okay, that's sick.
I don't know if they make them or they're from Costco, but those croissants look good.
I would love to open like a coffee shop. I think that would be cool. Like,
Would you need to learn a lot about coffee, or would you just like find the person that?
I mean, I enjoy coffee a lot. Like I'm not like a super expert on coffee. I like espresso drinks and stuff.
Okay.
I'm
Do you
not,
make
like-
espressos at home?
I did, but then my machine broke. I got a
Okay.
cheap one, and the milk steamer broke.
Oh no.
But when I was
That's
researching,
the most important part.
yeah. So I might get a separate one, but I don't know. But I did leave a bad Amazon review, and they refund they send you like the full thing, so they sent me the full thing.
That's good.
But yeah, no, I think like opening a coffee shop would be sick. Like I think it's just a nice place to work, chill, like everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I never thought about that. That would be. You gonna put that on your vision board?
Maybe, I don't know.
You're gonna have one more of those like
I feel like
check marks.
I feel like that'd be much later though. Like,
Yeah.
It's not like something I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to. Plus, I feel like it's really hard, especially with like Starbucks and shit.
Yeah,
to open
you're
a coffee
competing with a big brand there.
Like, why
But I
don't
don't know.
you-
I don't see like Starbucks used to be a cool place to go hang out and like work and stuff, but I don't get that same feeling anymore. Like walking to a Starbucks, like it doesn't feel the same as something like this, where it's
Yeah.
like it's like locally owned kind of store.
What I like is like
It's like actually designed.
yeah,
nice.
like games and stuff,
Yeah.
and like they have flags up here, nice chairs and stuff like that. It does have like a homey feel,
Yeah.
which I like. And
There's a coffee shop in Pike and Rose that they have a sign that says like you're not allowed to have laptops out.
why?
Their whole thing is like just like the human interaction.
No, that's so dumb.
I was just like in there. And I'm like, this would be it's a really nice place. I was like, this would be a really cool place to come and do some work. And I saw this sign that's like, it's something that like their whole thing is like love and like they have this whole like slogan. I don't remember the exact words, but it was just like no laptops and like electronic devices on the tables.
When you have to force that, I feel like it's lame.
It's
Like
you have to tell people
yeah.
like please interact with humans
Yeah.
on this property.
I went to this restaurant once, and it was like in the back there was a sign. It was like, "Don't ask for the Wi-Fi password. Just talk to your friends." And I was like,
Stupid.
I just recorded that, and I was
You're
like,
like, how am I gonna talk to my friends? They're all on Discord. I need Wi-Fi.
oh my
I came here alone.
Yeah. Oh my
The
God.
internet's down at home.
Yeah. But,
Yeah, it does seem forced. You gotta like
100%.
tell people to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, but people were in there like talking to each other, I guess.
Yeah.
Families and stuff.
Okay. I mean, it's cool. I
Coffee
guess.
was trash.
Oh, really?
Coffee was not good.
Damn.
I don't
Are you like a
coffee. But the they're like desserts and stuff. Were pretty
Okay.
good.
Do you know like your coffee well?
No, I like try to pretend to when I'm around other coffee people.
Yeah.
So they can be like, oh, let me make you a Americano, and I'm just like, oh, it's amazing. Like I just know everything from my brothers.
Okay.
Yeah. They're like really into it.
Okay.
Yeah. My brother has this like coffee machine that's got it's got like a display on it. It's got like an Android tablet built
shit.
into it.
Yeah.
And you can program like the flow and pressure
Sick.
and all that. Like
Yeah.
graph everything out.
Damn.
Do math.
Do math.
Do math. The coffee's amazing.
Okay.
Like he's really into it. He'll make the cup and I'm just like, this actually tastes a lot better than, and he'll like tell me things like temperature wise, like the first sip you take is like different than like the last sip you take because the coffee is like cooled down slightly. Like the flavor profile changes.
Damn.
And like I wouldn't notice that normally. I'm just like,
Yeah.
knocking the cup
is he
back.
Is he interested in opening a coffee shop?
I'm sure one day, he would. It's kind of like, I don't know if you know any cigar smokers. They're like the same.
Yeah, they're
I
like-
feel like coffee drinkers and cigar smokers are like
Yeah.
very similar.
Also, I feel like wine tasters, they like, oh, this has this stingy smell. And it's like, bro, like
the berries.
the berries.
The hint of berries.
It's like 43 years old approximately at a 63 degrees
Imagine
Celsius.
drinking 43-year-old coffee beans. Coffee beans, actually, I think you want to drink them fresh, from what I understand.
Okay.
I think like between 2 weeks of roasting is what I was told.
Okay.
I was ordering coffee and my brother's like, just make sure you drink them within 2 weeks. 'cause,
Really? Dude, I drink like old Keurig ones. Like.
I used to have an Nespresso.
Okay. Did
Yeah.
you like it?
It was really convenient. I could have my coffee like ready to go
Yeah.
within a couple minutes. But then we moved and it was kind of old, and so I just tossed it.
Oh, okay.
And now I just do like a fresh grind and like a pour over.
Oh, okay, nice.
It takes a little bit longer, but I enjoy it because it gives me a little task to do in the morning.
Yeah.
To like get my day started.
Do you like chai?
I do like chai. I don't really drink chai in the mornings though. I used to a lot with like breakfast,
Yeah.
but then I stopped eating breakfast.
Why? Just time's sake, or?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I can't function without like food, so like I need breakfast. Like for me, my metabolism's so fast that like I would not be able to function at all without breakfast.
Interesting. That's probably why I'm like super like tired in the mornings. I probably should start eating breakfast. I just do like I drink water first, and then I have coffee.
Water's good.
And then I'll try to eat lunch like
Damn,
around 12 or so.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
Chai. You were asking me about chai. Yeah,
Chai,
I drink chai in like the evenings and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't like drink coffee too late in the day. I try to only stick to 1 cup a day.
Do you ever get like anxious from the caffeine or anything?
Not really.
No.
No. Maybe if I drink too much,
Damn.
which is why I drink 1 cup. I noticed when I did have the Nespresso, I drink more than 2 cups a day. It was just so easy to make it.
Yeah.
I'm just like taking shots of coffee.
Yeah.
If I didn't have coffee, I'd have a headache by like noon.
Damn.
Yeah. That's why I just like cut back a little bit. Just have 1 cup in the morning and then chai later on if I need to.
Do you like do creative stuff every day or no?
No. My average day is like work and then gaming.
Would you want to do more creative stuff like daily or no?
Yeah. If I had like a good flow going of like what I want to do, like when I was playing a lot of COD and streaming,
Yeah.
I would find myself making clips, like
Okay.
editing clips every day,
Yeah.
or like playing to like make clips.
Yeah. Was that like tough, or did you like enjoy that, or?
It was fun, but I started getting bored of like the game itself.
Yeah.
It was kind of difficult to find like
That's
something
my issue,
else.
bro. Like Warzone, like went in its prime. It was just so fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It was so fun, and then I don't know what happened. Like
it's cool now, but like I'm just like tired of it.
Yeah.
As soon as they brought the loadout, like I don't know if you played any of the new season,
No, I haven't.
like the new map and stuff. Yeah.
I played a little bit.
They made a few changes to make it feel like a new game, which
Okay.
I enjoyed, but everyone hated. Like
Okay.
for the most part, the community is like, "Oh, it's so dumb. This change. Bring back the old way." Like we want, and I'm like, don't you want it to feel like a new game?
Yeah. No, I feel that.
So
But
like,
you like the new map, the new mechanics that they.
I thought the new map was cool. The changes they made I thought were cool because it made it feel like a new game, and your play style had to change.
Yeah.
It forced you to like change up your strategy. But then they like brought back some of the old stuff, and I just kind of fell off a little bit. I'll probably find myself back whenever the new one comes out.
Yeah. What brings you to it? Like the sweatiness, the fun.
For me,
aspect?
it's about the social aspect.
Okay.
Most of the games I play, it's because like friends are playing it, right? I don't really play games by myself.
Interesting.
Um,
I think I'm the same way.
like for me, it's fun because I'm playing with people I know, or I'm playing with like friends, and we're like doing other stuff at the same time, like goofing off. Like if I'm not playing a game like COD, or I'm playing a game like an RPG or something, we're like watching YouTube videos like while we're playing because
sick.
the game doesn't really need your full attention.
Yeah.
When it does, then we're like focused on that. But I think it's the social aspect of it.
Yeah. I think it's definitely the social aspect.
Which is why like once I stopped playing COD, like the clips and all like the content of it, like for me it just fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think with most of the stuff I enjoy, I like the social aspect.
Okay.
Like content in general, like
Yeah.
I enjoy it a lot more when I'm doing it with other people.
100%.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the same way too. But I think we were talking about this earlier too. It's like hard kind of doing it yourself too.
Yeah.
Like just making shit by yourself.
Yeah.
That's kind of difficult.
I think it's the like feeling like you have to be constantly engaging. To me, is what I assume it's like
Yeah.
the difficult part. I mean, I probably don't have nearly as many reps as you do. That to me is like the downside, I guess, of like having to put together content of your own.
Yeah.
It's like trying to put yourself in like well, not trying to, but putting yourself in the position of like the viewer and being like, oh, are they going to find this engaging? Just getting in your own head
100%.
Like, is where.
Yeah. I think that's what's annoying with like what I didn't like too creating by myself was like, okay, I either A, have to be like super engaging, and I'm not always like that. So like, yeah, sometimes I'm like that, or sometimes when the camera's on, like I'm like excited to do that, but I can't always do that. And so then I have to like find a story worth telling to then create something. Then that makes it engaging, and I don't have to be as engaging like myself.
So do you find like when you're streaming, for example, because when you're streaming, it's you, but you also have the chat, right?
Yeah.
Does that help?
Yeah.
Does that help you with that?
It helps with the content. So like sometimes even when we're just chilling and I can be myself and I don't have to be like wild, that's like to entertain the live audience, sort of. And I can say jokes here and there. And sometimes I ignore the audience and I make content as if they're watching like a live performance or like a theater or some shit like that. So when I like...
Is that planned out?
It's not planned out. It's like based on feeling. So like if I join like a... That's the only reason I play COD is like because most people have like mics on. And most games don't anymore. Yeah. So COD, it's like I'll join a random person. I'm like, yo, what's up? And they like, start talking. And sometimes I ignore the audience. And then I'm like, okay, let me just talk to this person.
Yeah. Like you're giving your audience a show essentially.
Yeah. And that's what I kind of like more. Like I also do like engaging with the audience, but for growth, like you need those clips essentially. So when I'm going into those things, I'm like, or when I'm talking to that random person, I'll be like, okay, this is like a clip or something like that.
So you're conscious of that, like while you're
and
talking with
when I started stream, like I was heavily conscious of that because like I was like, who's gonna watch my stream? Like who's gonna watch me play video games? Like if you think about it, like that's crazy for people to watch you play video games. Like that's like I still think that's insane, right? But once the community and stuff is established, it then makes sense. Yeah. Like when I join other streamers, it's like mostly because the community or like that vibe they bring. And I didn't expect I would make that. I was just going into streaming to like make clips and make content.
Okay, so you didn't go into it thinking like, oh, I'm gonna be like streaming and that's where like my focus is gonna be. It was like I'm gonna stream to make the content.
Yeah, make the content, and like if anyone wanted to watch me like live or like wanted to chat with me, they could be there. Okay. But I didn't think I would make a community. I didn't know like that aspect existed. Because when I watch streamers, I wouldn't like participate. I would just watch because
I don't normally engage in chats when I'm watching.
Unless like it's friends and stuff like that. That's when it's like fun. Yeah. But for bigger streamers that I don't know, it's like why would I talk to some like things that was like spamming and stuff like that.
And a lot of the big streamers too, like it's just the chat is it's weird. Like there's just so much going on in there. Like you feel like you're not like when I'm just in there and people are like spamming stuff. I'm just like I'm not contributing to any of this. Right? I feel like they're always just engaging with what the streamer is saying. He'll ask a question or he'll say something and then the chat just gives their poll. I feel like it's just a constant poll. They're just polling the audience constantly.
Yeah. It's like, oh, do you like this chat? And then you just see yes. It's like no. And then you'll see something that like they may not like, and then they take that. But I don't know that. Also like the clip thing that kind of gets a little bit tiring too. It's like you can't always function like that, and sometimes you just want to chill. And like show up. And I think that's what I told myself. It's just I'm gonna show up on these 2 days because I only stream 2 days a week. So I'm like I'm just gonna show up. And a lot of the days I don't feel like showing up, but sometimes it just makes me feel better. I'm like, oh shit, like I did something productive creatively or something like that.
Those days you don't feel like showing up, like, and then you end up going and like streaming. Is it what like convinces you to like be like I gotta like continue doing it?
That's when the chat like pulls me. It's like, oh shit.
Like there's people like kind of depending on you in a sense, like they're like waiting for you.
No, I feel like the entertainment they provide or the stories that they provide, it like makes me excited. Okay. Because I still think to this day, I'm like, oh, maybe some people are not going to show up, or like they just show up to like vibe, not really like enjoy the entertainment or whatnot. And then like the way they're reacting, I'm like, oh shit, they are here for the entertainment, or they are here for somebody else. So I don't know, it's cool.
It's like reassurance too, right? Like you show up and then you see all the people there.
With YouTube, YouTube is like my first love. It'll always be like I love YouTube.
Yeah.
Like I've grown up.
You've been on
watching
there since like
yeah,
day one, right?
like a while. But it doesn't always show love back. And you know, you got to play with the algorithm and stuff like that. Like streaming, there's not like an algorithm, so you got to like market it, kind of like you know, post pictures on your wall, and you know, like if you were going out door to door, like you know how like people post missing dog and stuff like that. That's kind of what you're doing with your stream, or what I was doing with my stream. And so that aspect's like, okay, how hard you worked kind of correlates with like how I brought people into the stream. With YouTube, it's like, okay, the algorithm's screwed. Like, yeah, you could do that with YouTube too, but I don't know. I feel like sometimes I like put in so much effort. Like I'm literally thinking like, oh my God, this is like, I love this video so much.
Yeah.
But it doesn't perform well. It's like, okay, it's cool. Like I still enjoy the video, but it's kind of like, damn. But with like streaming, it's like you get, somebody tells you like,
you get the feedback right away.
Right away.
Yeah.
Which is what I like.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like with creating something and then sharing it, like after you're done creating it, there's always this like, you're just tied to it for a little bit.
Yeah.
And like, I can kind of relate to that in a sense, like the few like videos like I've put out, and like I'm constantly going back and looking at, like the documentary, for example, like just going and seeing how it's done. But like now I'm just like, it's out there, I've done my part, kind of thing. Like
you're like happy and proud of it. You're just like, let it ride its.
Like I accomplished the goal of like getting that thing done, and then you know, whatever happens at that point, you know, you've done your part.
Yeah.
But with like the amount of reps that you have doing it, like I can imagine like you're having that feeling more frequently. It's like another week is another video, and you're like worried about like how it's gonna perform and stuff.
That's the best thing about like consistently putting out stuff, is that you'll feel bad for a shorter amount of time. Okay. I personally think. Like,
there's not a big gap between.
Yeah, there's not a big gap. You're just like, okay, screw it, I sucked. Let's make the next one like even better.
Yeah.
Or whatnot. You're always like learning. And then the more you do it, you're like, okay, damn, that sucks. Okay, oh well, let's move on.
I mean, but that's just your perception of it, like sucking.
Oh yeah.
Like that's just you like not feeling like it's perfect, right?
Yeah.
I feel like creators in general, that's like a common feeling.
Yeah. 100%.
Everyone just like wants to be perfect, but at some point you got to be like, all right, it is what it is at this point. Like with the documentary, like we'd have all these like social posts lined up, and we're like trying to schedule when they go out and like make it all perfect. And then it came to a point where we were just like, as soon as the asset was made, we're just like, post it, like put it out there. Unless there was like a strategic like time frame that it had to go out, like announcing like ticket sales or something like that. But like we were just like, just send it, just put it out there and let it do its thing.
Yeah.
And that was like a relief to just be able to like let go.
Yeah.
And be like, it's gonna do its thing, and
100%.
you know, don't hold back on just posting.
Yeah.
The hardest part is just hitting that post button, and
it also feels the best. I don't know about you, but like it feels really good.
Yeah.
Like nothing I think compares for me is the YouTube upload button. Like when I upload that, bro, it feels so good. Especially when I like put in a lot of work to a video. It feels really good.
How much time do you spend like on an edit?
It depends.
Like your average video?
Average video, I would say like 6 to 9 hours.
Is that all in one session?
A lot of the times, yeah. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes I'll separate it into two. I'll do the cutting phase, and then I'll do the creative like editing phase. The cutting phase I don't enjoy as much, but that's something I can like have a video on the side like playing while I'm cutting.
You're just pulling out like the bits that you're gonna use.
Yeah, and then the creative bit, that's like where it's fun. Like hours will go by and I'm like, oh shit, like this is exciting, or like, and sometimes I get delayed because I kind of like edit minute by minute of the video, and a minute sometimes correlates to an hour, because I'm like looking at every like 5-10 seconds, like trying to like make it engaging or somehow. So I'm like, oh shit, this is good. But yeah, I used to spend a lot more on like videos, and used to only post like one video a week, but I would be so drained like that day and the day before that like the day after I would just like relax. I'd be like, dang, this feels so good.
Yeah. And you get that good feeling once you finally post it.
Yeah. And when I post it, I like I don't care. Like before, I would be like, oh, I don't care like what the results are. Like I'm just like, oh my gosh, thank you. I like really love this video and I uploaded it, and I'm glad. And yeah, I don't know. It's fun. I enjoy it. Like I feel like there's no other better feeling
Yeah.
about creating something. But yeah, you mentioned like the social aspect of like creating and stuff like that. What else do you like about creating stuff? Do you enjoy it?
I don't know. I've never really thought about that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's just an enjoyment to like capturing something. Like I haven't really defined what my like creative
100%.
space is yet. I mean, like mainly I've been in like I guess like producing and like bringing projects to like the guys and
Yeah, like most people would be like, yo, that's like wasting your time or like something like that. Like why do you do that?
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like I have thought about this, but like I haven't been able to like
No answer.
like have a reason for it.
Yeah.
The stuff we're doing with Sync, like the storytelling, I find enjoying because it's like there's like people out there that have a story to tell but don't have really like the platform for it or something.
Yeah.
And they just want people to get perspective on the world
100%.
because everyone's kind of like trapped in this bubble, and I think that's partially due to like how I grew up. I grew up in a bubble, you know, with some exposure to like different lifestyles and stuff like that. But I was just like, maybe that's why I'm drawn to it, to the storytelling aspect of creation. But like
and exposing that, I guess, or not?
Yeah, just like sharing
it.
Yeah. There's something about just like sharing information with someone else that you think they can benefit from. That just like feels good.
Yeah.
Whether it's like career oriented, like someone's like, oh, I'm looking for a job, like I'm just like, yo, like yeah, let's figure it out, like just helping people.
Yeah.
And I think that goes hand in hand with like with storytelling is someone can benefit from it, or someone can feel good from it. I think that's kind of what's been driving that for me.
Interesting.
And then but mainly I think it goes back to just doing something with other people.
Yeah.
In anything, creative, gaming, work, like that's how I find enjoyment in like my day job. It's like there's a problem and you work with the team to like solve it.
Yeah.
Right. Work can be stressful, obviously, and stuff, but it's important to like enjoy what you do.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people say, "Oh, like I hate my job sucks," but like in reality, there's small aspects of the job that they enjoy, and for me, it's like problem solving.
Interesting. Yeah, I feel like problem solving is like always a thing when it comes to creating like stuff.
Yeah.
Like everything is problem and solution.
Yeah.
Everything. Like us having these cameras, like the mic situation.
Yeah.
Like someone
troubleshooting the mics 5 minutes before, reading a guide on the website to figure out.
Yeah, Bilal, like I accidentally disconnected the mic, and I was like, dude, I can't reconnect it. I'm like trying everything, and Bilal just reads it up. He's like, yo, just like press the button.
It was like press one button for 3 seconds and press the other button once.
Yeah.
And that's literally it.
I was holding the button for like 3 seconds and it would not connect. And then he was like, oh, just try pressing the button. I pressed the button and it automatically connected. I was like, oh my God. But it's like
creating is there is a lot of problem solving that goes into it. I'm always going to go back to the film because that's just like the biggest thing that I've been a part of.
Yeah.
And like literally from start to finish, that whole project was just not really problem, but like there's this thing we have to solve. Yeah, you just run into like some kind of a roadblock and you're like, how do we get around this?
Yeah. Well, also like what I was saying is like you create your own problems. You're like, okay, we need to make a poster. Like you don't have to make a poster.
You don't. Okay, I see what you're
like,
saying.
Yeah. But you're
like for like what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
Like there's some path you have to go through, and then like it's not that easy.
Yeah.
You have to make the poster, or you have to.
Yeah, you're just
you need this thumbnail, and you're like.
You don't have to do.
I
those
want
things,
it to look like
but
this.
You want it to. Yeah. And I think that's what's fun. It's like you create your own problems sometimes, and that's interesting. It's like you want it to be better, so you're like, okay, let me.
Yeah.
Like we need to do this. How do we do it? I don't know how to do it, but let's figure out how to do it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's what I like. Because sometimes it's annoying when it's like somebody else's problem, and then you gotta like figure out how to solve it.
Yeah, that's that's kind of why I was turned away from like photography before, because I did it a lot just for fun. And then people were like, oh dude, like come shoot this event, like here's this gig, and I started doing a few of those, and then it became like work.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this.
Yeah.
But I went to the extreme of just letting go of it completely.
Okay.
When I should have just taken a step back and, okay, I'm not going to do this for work, but I'm going to keep doing it creatively.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same way. Like, I have a bunch of skills that many people would, like, you know, want to hire me for. But I'm kind of particular with what I, like, accept.
Would you want to have, like, if someone were to hire you for, you know, let's say filming or editing, would you enjoy it more if you had the full creative control? They were like, here's this idea, you run with it.
It depends on the project. Like, if an artist is like, hey, I want a music video done, but like, I want you to do it. That means a lot to me. I'm like, oh, damn, you trust your art within me.
They're coming to you for like your vision.
Yeah, so that's where I'm like, okay, I'll have full creative control. If an artist came to me and was like, hey, I have a director, they have the vision and everything, I just want you to edit it. Like, yeah, I'll have some fun with it. But it's like, okay, I wanted to have full creative control with that too.
It just feels like a task, being like, here's this footage somewhere.
Yeah. And
that makes sense.
I mean, like, you know, if the money's right, like, it's fine. But that's not where like my full passion is. I don't mind filming at all, like for gigs. Like, to me, that's easy, right? Because I just film, and then like I go home and don't have to worry about it. Like, somebody else has to like edit it. That's like, I don't mind that at all, because you can still have fun in like the shots. It's like creative right there.
Yeah.
The thing with editing is you have to go back home and think about it, and that stress is like, I don't enjoy if it's like for somebody else necessarily all the time.
I think I'm the same, which is why just like working with a team that you enjoy working with is important.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't end up feeling like that. It doesn't end up feeling like work. It's like you're having a good time doing this. Yeah. Although there's, whether it's a monetary benefit or just like a passion project, like it feels good to just have fun doing it and not it be like a chore.
100%.
I'm glad I came back to the creative stuff. I mean, at first it was like a huge decision to make, because it's like, there's so much more to learn, things have changed, but just taking a day at a time. Yeah,
it's never too late, I feel like.
Yeah, no, not at all.
You could be 60 and be like, yo, I'm gonna start painting.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I thought you were gonna say start a vlog.
I mean, honestly, I think like now's the best time to be an old person streaming. Like,
why is that?
So one time,
unheard of?
One time I like raided an old dude, and the old dude was just playing RuneScape, and he was like old, like 60, 70.
Wow.
And he was just like loving the game. He was like, we raided him, and we had like the raid message.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, why are you guys spamming? Like, he didn't know what raid messages. It was like so cute, but like, he just like enjoyed playing the game. He's like, oh, I've been playing RuneScape for 8 years now. And he's like, yeah, I've got grandchildren. Something so wholesome about like just being old and having fun and like enjoying whatever. I think like, seeing old people like enjoy kid things is, I think, very wholesome to see. A vlog might be harder because like, you have to walk around and stuff like that. But
what's your goal for like where do you see yourself like at what age being like, now it's time to just chill? Do you ever think about that? Is that like a target that you're trying to hit?
I think about that, but I feel like I'm not ever gonna like chill. Like, I feel like I always want to do something fun. But in that regard, like, I want to get to an age where I don't have to do everything hands-on. Like, I still want to make stuff. Like, it'd be cool if I'm like 60 and still just get on once a week to do a podcast or something like that. I feel like that'd be cool, you know? But I don't have to edit it. I don't have to set record. I just like show up. Yeah. I think that's like, you know, an amazing thing. So to me, that would be chilling.
Yeah.
Like,
we're also pretty young to like be thinking like that. Like, there's so much more work and stuff to be done that it's like why I think about that right now.
Do you think about that?
A little bit, just to kind of keep going. Yeah. I don't think about like the age and stuff, but mainly just like what's the end goal. Mm-hmm. You know.
What would be your end goal?
To be able to just still do things that I enjoy, like you said,
Yeah.
but not necessarily be involved in like every process.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like that in everything I do, like just wanting to lead, give direction,
Yeah.
whether it's like on a project, like work. I'm kind of like that, like yeah, doing the actual work is cool and all, but
Yeah.
like being a part of something a little bit bigger and building something is
Being more of like an exec role or like decision role.
like decision making,
Yeah.
strategy,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
But I think that's my hurdle right now.
End goal is like just, I don't know, it seems so like cliche to just be like, oh, have enough for my family. And, like, family should be happy, and you know, like I guess that is the end goal, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to be happy.
Yeah.
You ever seen that TikTok where the guy I think it's a guy, he goes around and just asks people, are you happy?
I've seen a few of those, I think, yeah.
It's an interesting question. I'm always like, I'm always just like really interested in like having a conversation with those people that have this like really like deep answer.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd ask them, but it just always just stood out to me.
Yeah.
You ever think about that? Like, what's happiness to you, or like, are you happy? If you ask me, I wouldn't be able to give you an answer.
No, I think for me, I look back for my answer. So, I look at like, okay, as a kid, what was I doing, right? Because when you're a kid, you kind of do everything based on happiness. You're kind of like, oh, what's fun? What makes me happy or whatnot? And so then when I look back, I'm like, okay, I was like making videos, I was doing this. Like a kid like that would dream of, you know, something like creating all day. To me, I'm not like fully there, but like I feel like I'm going in the right direction towards that, and like that's what gets me happy. Like obviously there's genuine human emotion where you get like sad days or you don't feel it sometimes, but overall like I like the direction I'm going and it's going up, and so for me, like just I feel like I am happy, like in terms of I'm doing what I want to do. And I feel like you can't
doing what you want to do. That's probably what it would be my answer.
Yeah.
Because like as soon as you said thinking back to being a kid, like my immediate thought was like, I immediately went and thought back and was like, yeah, I was always happy doing what I wanted to do.
Yeah. So I think like just being your inner kid, like that's the true thing. There's some people, you know, that say they're happy by like consistently working. And I think there's some truth to that because you just keep yourself busy from even thinking about happiness and sadness. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Sometimes they burn out, but I think it depends on the person. But there's something interesting about that.
You think that's like a false sense of happiness though? Like because they don't have the time to feel sad, or the opposite of happiness, that they think that's happy and good? Like, oh, I'm so busy, like got stuff going on, like I don't have time to feel sad.
Yeah, I think they're in like a bubble of happiness. And so like once they stop, they'll be like really sad. So that's just the question you have to ask. It's like, oh, was that true happiness, or did that actually get them to stop from being sad? So I don't know. I can't answer that, but I would like, you can kind of tell from like creative people, like they're like happy whenever they're doing their shit.
Oh yeah.
And that's, I think, like amazing to see.
Yeah. I've been able to like learn from that, I guess, experience with working with the guys, because everything was always like so independent, but then like seeing other people and like creating something with someone, and then you get that feeling of like enjoyment when you've like accomplished something, and everyone's just like super excited about it and just like happy. I think for me, happiness is like constantly achieving and accomplishing something that you want. So as long as you're like recognizing that you're like completing and actually like contributing to something, for me is like can add to that happiness. I whether it's like work and creative, or just like actually helping someone. Like whatever makes you feel good.
I mean, there's times where like I don't feel good when I'm making something, but like the product or something like that, gets me to be happy. Like kind of like what I was saying, like sometimes when I enter a stream, I'm not like super happy, but afterwards I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I did that.
Yeah.
Or like when I'm editing something, I'm like, I don't want to edit right now, but I'm gonna force myself. And then once you get into that flow state, you're just like, oh, like this is dope. Like I'm glad I sat down and did it. That's why I think like setting goals and like achieving them like daily.
Yeah.
I do that daily. Like I'm like, okay, at least like, maybe one TikTok a day or something like that, at least. And then if I feel like doing more, I do more and shit like that. And it compounds. And I used to like vlog once a week. Like every Wednesday, I'd be like, okay, every Wednesday night, I'm uploading a vlog. And so that would force me the weekend prior, whenever I hung out with friends, like get the best content possible.
Yeah.
And then for Wednesday, like, I drop something that I'm truly proud of. So like, setting like deadlines, I think that's what helps me like do stuff. And sometimes when I forget to do deadlines, like I kind of give it leeway. I'm like, oh, I don't need to upload. Like no one really, like
no one's depending on you.
Yeah, no one's depending on me. But
how do you get past that? For me, like I work the best when like there's a goal to hit that like that someone else is like waiting for example.
What do you mean goal?
A goal or deadline.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like someone else is depending on this to be done.
Yeah. I like that. Like that does help, but recently, like I'm not depending on anybody at all.
Yeah.
Like no one's depending on me at all.
So what's your like motivation then in that sense?
Yeah. So my motivation is just the deadline. Like I set for myself, and in my head, I'm legit like, yo, these people are gonna be sad, even though they don't care.
Yeah.
Like, but in my head, for some reason, I'm like, dude, these people are gonna be sad. That's why sometimes, like, if I don't hit that deadline, I like apologize on like my story or something, and nobody really cares. They're like,
Take your time. Bro.
Yeah, they're like, take your time, dude. We want it to be perfect. I'm like, no. So yeah, those deadlines I set are what really push me. Just setting like a date, time, and stuff like that, I think is what really pushes me. And I think I need to do more of that. Sometimes there's like some aspects.
I don't do enough of that.
Do you think you need to do that?
I think I do.
Yeah.
Just because I'm just like, I'll just do it later. Like there's, like I said, no one's depending on me for this. Like I should do it later.
Yeah. No, that's really helped me because.
Whereas if I tell myself like, no, this should be done by this time.
Yeah.
Not for like the enjoyment of other people, but like for my own like.
Yeah.
Like we said, like it feels good to accomplish something.
Yeah. No, I mean even like going back to the stream, like when I first started, I was just like, I'm just gonna do Monday, Wednesday, like 8:00. And then I didn't know that was like a good tip to have, is to have a stream schedule. Like, I didn't know that. I was just doing that because I was like, oh, let me get on. And I try not to even be late to like by 3 minutes or 2 minutes. That's just a deadline I came to myself. And so then like when I was like searching up like stream tips or whatnot, they'd be like, oh, have a stream schedule so people like know when to tune in and it's like easier for you. And I'm like, oh shit, I've been doing this with my videos. I've been doing this with podcasts. I've been doing this. And then it made sense. I was like, oh shit, with the stream, like showing up. And then, with other aspects, it's like, oh snap. I still have aspects in my life and creative aspects in my life where I'm not on a deadline, but I'm much less productive with those things.
Productivity is something I struggle with.
Yeah.
With work, it's fine because
you have to.
Right? Yeah. It's like there's that forced it's a lot harder to procrastinate with that. That's why I think I do better with more responsibility.
Yeah, I mean, like I noticed for myself too, it's like whenever I had like so many things going on, I actually did more.
Yeah.
You think like, oh, you have less time, so you do less, but you actually do more. That's one struggle I have with like waking up early. It's like no one's depending on me, so I can like stay up however long and wake up whenever.
Yeah, if I have something to do like in the morning, I'm getting up for it.
Yeah.
But if I'm just like, oh, it's Saturday, like what do I have going on? Like I'm sleeping in. For sure I'm sleeping in.
Yeah.
I slept in this morning.
Did it feel
I didn't go
good?
to sleep till 5:00. It feels good to when you're in bed sleeping.
Yeah.
As soon as you get up, you're just like, what a waste of time.
Oh, damn.
The day is gone. You wake up and it's like midday, the sun's starting to go down.
Yeah, even if
But
you...
I keep repeating it. I keep doing it every single week. But I try to do it only on Saturday, because if I do that on Sunday, then my Monday's ruined.
Okay.
I try to only do that on Saturdays.
I feel like even if you...
I need the one day of the week where I just don't set an alarm.
Yeah, I feel like even if you sleep like, let's say 12 hours, right?
Yeah.
That's like a bunch of sleep. But even if you wake up early, I feel like that's still better
It's still better
than like waking up.
I could get like 4 or 5 hours, wake up early, and have a great day.
Yeah.
Waking up like 9. There's something about the morning that's just...
Yeah.
It's just... there's just like more blessing in the morning with anything that you do.
Would you consider yourself a morning person or night owl?
No, night owl. Yeah, it's it's something I'm trying to work on, just getting up earlier.
Yeah.
It's work has actually forced me to get up earlier.
Okay.
Right? There's like early morning meetings and stuff. So like you have to be up in the morning and have your routine. That's why like the whole thing about making coffee in the morning, it's like a task you have to accomplish. You know how they say like wake up, make your bed.
More tasks, yeah.
The more tasks you like do.
Dude,
like,
that works.
Yeah.
Like doing random shit to like get your started. Like I wouldn't do
What
the
do you
dish.
do? in the
Like
morning?
I would make my bed. I shower every morning. Like
Okay.
that's like I always do that. But to me, that wasn't like a task. Like I didn't feel like I was accomplishing
Yeah.
a task until one day I didn't shower in the morning. I was gonna shower like a little bit later, and I'm like, damn, I feel like crap. And then I wouldn't do the dishes that much, but like my parents would usually do the dishes. So then I was like, I'd start doing the dishes. And I was like, this feels so good, like just another 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I started becoming more and more productive. Like I was just finding things to like clean and shit like that. I feel like cleaning really helps a lot.
Yeah, I'm weird when it comes to cleaning. I'll just like some days I'm just like I do like a little, very little, but some days I just found myself like going from one thing to another to another.
Yeah.
My wife's just like, "What the hell are you like? What like why are you what's going on?" And I'm just like, I don't know. It's just something about this like plates. It's just I just gotta like do something.
Yeah.
You start like going OD on the cleaning. That's
Yeah.
when I go down a rabbit hole and start like redoing my whole setup and everything. Like the one time, I don't know if you remember when I spilled my coffee on my table.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just went down a rabbit hole of just like cleaning.
That's hilarious.
Just like doing stuff. But like in terms of like the daily like responsibility, like yeah, it definitely helps to have something to get me up in the morning. Otherwise, I'm not waking up.
Yeah. I mean, going back to video games, like the reason we play it is because we feel like we're accomplishing something.
Yeah.
And
quests, man.
Yeah.
Just keep accomplishing quests
Yeah,
over and
keep
over. And you're just like,
accomplishing And so-
achievements. That's why they have that in the game.
Yeah, there was like a video. It was like, I'm gonna try gamifying my life. This dude, it was like a productivity YouTube channel.
Interesting.
And he was like,
It's like self-reward?
Self-reward and shit like that. He would like, that's why people would journal. They're like, oh, I'm gonna do this, like a to-do list or something like that. But I was like, that's so interesting. Like life would be so much easier if we like saw our objectives and we're just like, all right, we gotta hit those and like level up and reward. And it's crazy.
Gamify your life.
Gamify your life.
A light bulb just went off in my head. I don't know for what, but I think I'm gonna like find a way to do that.
Yeah, I mean, like I would try.
Or find a way for someone else to. I would tell my wife like.
Oh yeah. Give me quests.
Yeah, give me quests. IRL.
Yo, this it's so funny. I'll see like videos.
Like, imagine turning that into like an augmented reality thing.
Oh, that would be sick with glasses. That'd be awesome. I saw a video like they would just go to random people, and they'd be like, "Can you give me thy quest?" And they'd be like in a grocery
Treat
store.
them like an NPC.
Yeah.
Hello there, stranger.
Hello there, stranger. Like talk to them like Skyrim.
I'm here from the castle.
But yeah, I was like, dude, that's hilarious.
That's super interesting. So we talked about the morning of the day. What about the end of the day? What's like the
end of the day? Oh, I love my end of the day routine. So basically, that's like my chill sesh or like inspiration sesh. I'll like in bed, I'll either watch a TV show, like one episode, or like watch a bunch of YouTube.
Okay. So you don't do the whole like no screen for an hour before bed. You're
No,
like
no,
screen.
I'm the opposite. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
screen. It's probably not great. It's probably not that good for you.
Yeah, it's
but,
probably not.
For me, it's inspiration. Like I always gather inspiration from TV shows or YouTube videos. Even before like coming today, we were like, yo, let's shoot. I was like watching a bunch of vlogs like yesterday. Videos that I've seen, videos that I haven't seen, like creators that I watch. and I'm not necessarily like actually picking like, oh, what are they doing? What am I gonna do? I'm just like watching for enjoyment, and then you just naturally get like inspired and stuff like that. So that's what I like doing at night, and hopefully like in my dreams or something like things happen, but I can't really tell.
Do you remember your dreams?
Not often, no. I
Like
don't
you
think
wake up and you don't remember having a dream, or do you remember it but then you don't?
I don't remember having a dream. Like
Okay.
most days I don't. Only when I'm like really tired. Like when I had like, you know, a lot of physical activity during the day and I pass out, that's when I have the most vivid dreams and I remember them. But
Yeah,
my day-to-day.
most of my dreams that I remember are from my childhood. All my like adult
Interesting,
dreams,
yeah.
I remember like the feeling of them.
Yeah.
Like some mornings I'll wake up and I'll remember like within a few minutes I'll recall the entire dream.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that's crazy, whatever. But then like as the day goes on, it just fades away, and that memory of it's like non-existent. Like I can't recall what happened. There's one, I don't even know if it's a dream, and I talked to Arun about this, and I think you guys talked a little bit about astral projection. But after explaining this to him, he says that's what happened to me. This was like a few months ago. I was dreaming and remember like, I don't remember what the dream was, but what I do remember is waking up and being like, oh shit, like I'm still asleep, like, but I'm awake. And I was like in this weird state where I was like trying to tell myself to wake up, and I was like stuck, right? So at first I thought like, oh, it was not in that moment, but like when I was thinking about it later, like I thought it was like lucid dreaming. Is that what that is? Not lucid dreaming.
Lucid dreaming is when you can control your...
It's when you're like paralyzed in your sleep.
Yeah.
What is that called?
Sleep paralysis?
I thought it was sleep paralysis like after the fact, but then when I explained this part of it, I remember telling myself to wake up, and there was this image of me like looking down at myself.
Damn.
And I remember like almost like kneeling over myself in bed and like seeing me sleeping, and I clearly remember like me and like my wife, like she was asleep too, and like telling her. And I remember it being like actually me, because like I remember the direction I was facing, the position of my hands, like all of that.
Damn.
And it was like such a split second, such a quick moment that like just happened. And I woke up and I was just like, what the hell?
Damn.
But then it was like, I thought I would be like feeling like my heart was beating really fast, but I was like super calm. It was so weird. And he was like, dude, I think you astro like projected and like look down at yourself. That was probably the only thing like close to a dream that I remember.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's crazy you mentioned that. Like one time, like I was just super anxiety. Like I had so much anxiety for like a lot of stuff in my life. And it literally felt like I was just watching myself in a movie. Like,
whoa.
Yeah, it was insane, bro. Like
while you were sleeping?
No.
Oh,
like day to day. Like I was literally like doing tasks, but I felt like I was watching myself doing these tasks.
Like first person?
Like I was watching a movie doing these tasks.
Wow.
And I was like, it's like a shitty feeling, because you're like, bro, I don't know if I'm like, you couldn't feel anything. Like I'm just like, oh my God, I'm doing this, I'm doing that.
Wow.
Like I'm showering and I'm like, bro, this is insane.
How'd you what was your process for like, do you still experience that, or was that like?
No, I don't experience that. Like basically everything that was giving me anxiety, I kind of like either solved it or ended it. And then I was like completely fine. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do this anymore. I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. And once I like calmed myself down, I'm like, oh shit. And that lasted a few weeks.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was like really long. Like I was eating, but I was like, I felt like it was just replenishing like a bar or something like that, or like.
Oh shit.
But yeah, that was insane. And they call it I forgot what it's called. Like I didn't know what it was while I was experiencing it. But afterwards, I was like watching some interviews and shit like that, and somebody explained it, and I forgot what it's called, but some sort of like anxiety thing.
Yeah. Did you get through that on your own? Like you solved that, you figured it out on your own, or did you have to like?
Yeah, I solved it on my own because for me it was like problem solution thing. Like that's how I like see everything. So I was like, okay, what's the problem here? Okay, I feel like I'm watching myself in a movie. What are these things going on? Maybe it's like stress or anxiety inducing. And then I was like, okay, what's giving me stress and anxiety? How do I like remove that? And then once I removed it, I was like, okay, I'm good.
That's good that you were like actually conscious about it though.
Yeah. Because at first I didn't realize what was going on. I was just like,
interesting.
Oh, shit, yeah.
You just thought like, oh, this is happening and it's the way it is.
I just like let it slip. But yeah, I was like, dude, that's
Yeah, I think recognizing that is huge.
yeah, I think that's what's good about like. I mean, it's a good and bad about like being creative and stuff like that. You got to keep yourself happy to create good things, or like you got to keep yourself busy to just like create good things.
Yeah.
But yeah, should we like end this on a good note?
Yeah, we started talking about feelings. I feel like this is going to turn into a therapy session if we keep going.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, one time, I cried myself to sleep. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad we came out and
Yeah, I think
and did this.
essentially we're for anybody. I don't know what we're gonna do with this footage or what I'm gonna do with this footage, but essentially we just wanted to come together, film something. I think this was the easiest because the weather is. I mean, it's a little bit better, but
Yeah, it was super windy earlier.
super windy, so we couldn't do anything outside. But yeah, I think it's good that we had a back and forth so that we can like see how well we work together or whatever.
Yeah.
And make something in the future, even if it's just this that we did today. But
Yeah, biggest thing was to just do something.
Yeah, to do something. Just do it, you know?
Just do it, bro.
Just do it. And I think that's really important because I probably would have just played video games or just edited one thing, you know?
Yeah, I probably would have done the same.
So it's good that we did this.
What do you got going on for the rest of the day?
Not much. I just usually like when I don't have anything, I try to like see like, okay, what can I do to like edit something or like take out some footage, and I usually edit something. So I try to make it productive, or if not, play some games or see if anyone's free. But
Yeah.
today, I don't know. How about you?
I mean, I could possibly go home and play video games for the rest of the night,
Yeah.
but I have the same feeling. Like I want to do something
Yeah.
productive. I mean, I have a pretty busy like week, like Sunday and Monday pretty busy, but I don't know. These days if I'm not playing games or working, like I want to create. Like I have that feeling too, but it's always just like, what should I do?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I was gonna go home, but my wife's having friends over, so I'm like, I could be there. It's not like I'm kicked out or anything. It's my house.
It's girls' night.
No, it's my house. No, I have like an office. I close the door. So I'm glad we linked up, and we can definitely continue
Yeah.
doing this. Like find another location next time.
Yeah.
I think what would have been really cool to do here, but most of the people like that I thought were interesting leave. It's just like me and you start a conversation.
Oh yeah.
And then just go pull like a random person in.
Oh yeah. We should definitely do that next time.
But this setup was just like super impromptu. Like we had a couch and a table. So.
No, that'd be
But maybe
cool.
we try something like that next time.
Yeah. I'm down to do that.
But yeah, thanks for doing this.
Of course. No, thank you for doing it too.
Yeah.
It's like equal effort. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Anything you want to say to end it? Wrap it up?
Thank y'all for watching. I really have no idea what this is going to be.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Hopefully it's cool. Hopefully it's dope. And yeah, thank you for watching if you made it all the way through, or if it's a short thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll see.
maybe it's just clips.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just bits. Maybe it's a full thing. But Shimmer's going to do his magic. This is...
Yeah, we'll see.
don't really have a platform for this to be on, but I think he does. And
Yeah. But yeah, if you guys don't know Bilal, he's been on a few aspects of mine. He helped me build a PC.
yeah, didn't we build something? I don't know if you came over to my house and did it.
What?
I think you might have. The egg drop?
Yeah, the egg drop.
Did you come to my house and do that?
I think once or twice I came.
This was in elementary school.
Yeah. So we helped build that egg drop.
Yeah.
And then
I'm in the stream here and there.
The stream here and there. He invited me to interview people.
I'm the guy that, and I think he doesn't know this, but I'm the guy that forced him to increase his minimum bit count.
What do you mean?
Because it's no longer one.
Oh.
And I was spamming one bit anonymously over and over and over. And
Wait, was that you?
That was me.
Oh shit.
I was anonymous bit, like just single bit, like back like a couple months ago.
Okay.
And you were like, these notifications, like you couldn't get through the stream because it kept going off over and over. And then one day I was like unable to unable to. What? I was like, he blocked me. What's going on? That's why I got
funny.
banned, yo. That's why I got banned from the chat.
That's funny. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, this was great.
Thank you all for watching.
Take care.
Peace. Let's see. Bro, this wasn't recording. No, I'm kidding.
What do you mean?